Hello, everybody, and welcome to my April Insight. I'm excited to bring this to you. Um, under the, well, we are living in strange times, aren't we? For sure. Very difficult times, a lot of suffering, a lot of panic, a lot of fear, a lot of sort of challenges on a personal level. And I think this is a huge lesson for humanity in many different ways. And it's, you know, it also shows the best of humankind as well, with the kindness and the acts of selflessness that people are doing. And I think it's come in as a break from the me ego driven society that we're living in. And it's it's very difficult for some people at this time to manage the time on their own. And there's a lot of people who are doing a lot of good things. So always remember and focus on positivity. There's a lot of speculation by the press on, well, what if this, what if that, what if the other. Wouldn't it be nice for it just to be reported to you in a factual way with the positive stuff as well? And whilst we acknowledge all the people who have left this planet so far, and quite a few that'll go again, after this, the ones that are surviving too. As a medium, about 2 months ago, I was just nodding off to sleep. It's when Spirit have got something urgent for me, they come in and they sort of show me stuff. And they were showing me like all these people's faces and whizzing past me and coming in, and I was like lying there thinking, why are you showing me all of this? I don't know these people. I don't understand. Of course, I think what they were trying to do was let me know there was a lot of people crossing over. And with that, for the families and the relatives, the friends, our hearts go out to them, because it's just not being able to be with somebody when they're passing over, and not being able to give them a hug or say those last words. It is quite difficult. So our hearts go out to the people. As a medium, please, I would like you to remember that if you have lost someone in that situation, Spirit don't hold that against you. They don't, because I talk to people who've not been able to get there when somebody's passed, and Spirit are very aware of your circumstances and very aware of what's going on in that respect, and they don't hold any of that against you. So don't ever hold that in your heart as feeling guilty, because Spirit wouldn't want you to do that. They know that everything is divine timing, isn't it? And maybe these people have chosen to go at this time because it was their wish, in a sense, if you can understand that. Not that anybody wants to go in circumstances like that, but always remembered, as if I can offer some kind of consolation as a medium, that when people come back through from spirit world, they ask people not to dwell on the way they went, or the fact that they couldn't be there or they weren't there at the end. And I think it's really important for us to know, because they always have someone, a loved one, to take them over. Always. And if for any reason there isn't anybody there, then there will be an angel. So they're not alone. They're certainly not alone. And that was the message that they were trying to convey. So very, very somber times, but most importantly, you need to stay safe and adhere to whatever country you're in, whatever the regulations are. Do stick to the rules, because that's what will save other people's lives and save yours too. So I am going to be doing a special on coronavirus, and it will go out on this channel in the next week or so. I'm doing it tomorrow. It will go out on a podcast after that too. So hope you can tune in, because we're going to look at it from a very spiritual perspective. and to help us to understand the spiritual journey that we're on, not about the materialistic journey, the spiritual journey. So I'm really excited to be doing that with the fantastic Chris Meredith, who is one of our TV presenters. So that's going to be a very interesting show. Now, on a lighter note, because we're in this situation, I've had to close my holistic centre because the government said we have to close. So therefore, I've got more time here at home. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me so far. And I would like to offer readings at £25 for 25 minutes this month of April. For just you being there, you know, clients who've come back time after time, years, been with me for years. And so this is a way of saying thank you for supporting me in this time too. Also, if you would like to know more about me and you've just found me, please subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. I also have Facebook pages, Anne Skull Psychic Medium and Angelic Bliss, spelled ANNEGELIC, Angelic Bliss is my holistic centre, and there'll be stuff on there too. So we're all in it together. No man is an island, was never meant to be from being born. But we're going to have a look at the insight for your month this month. So join me right now for your insight. Yay! Hello and welcome, my lovely Aquarians, to your April monthly insight with the angels and tarot. So excited. Let's have a look and pull a card for your first. I've done that one. They all get shuffled and then they're in order. Right, okay. Oh, what have we got? Angel of Grounding. Let's have a look. Look at that. Okay, sometimes, well, Aquarius, you are an air sign, of course. And air signs, to me, represent the helium balloons where we can be up on the ceiling, whether that's with anxiety or stress or with our fantasies. But this is saying to you this month, let's level things and let's stay quite grounded. And there's a little exercise you can do where if you sit and you imagine your toes to be the roots of a tree and that they're burrowing down into the ground and they're going right the way down into the soil, and you then sort of kind of feel them tug, almost as if you were to stand up and walk, you'd fall over because they're really anchored into Mother Earth. And then you pull up the riches from Mother Earth up through the roots into your body, and then up through your body, out the top of your head and down back into Mother Earth. And do that for about 30 seconds to a minute, and just a couple of times a day, and that keeps you grounded. That keeps you very grounded. Or if some of you are spiritual, you may have the grounding crystals, black tourmaline, black obsidian, labradorite, tiger's eye. They're very good to carry around for grounding too. Just keeping that level. Sometimes with what's going on out there, we can have moments of, oh my God, this is all going to hell in a wheelbarrow, as my grandma used to say. But it's not, okay? It's change. It's transformative change. And sometimes we can get carried away with what's being reported. And a lot of it is, they can sensationalize. So it's like bringing you back down. No, let's look at this in perspective, you know? Let's look at the other side. Things like how many people are surviving this, how many people are getting through it at home. So that kind of leveling for you this month. Right, let's have a look and see what the tarot want to say with this. What do the tarot want to say for advice and guidance? Right, okay, let's have a look. So the first week of April, we've got balance, emotional balance, okay? You could find that you have got old friends getting in touch, or, you know, old work colleagues, just people from the past getting in touch here. This is a nice picture, isn't it? Two children sitting and making daisy chains here. Let's pull it back, it might be a bit blurred. So taking time to sort of remember old friends, remember the good times, remember the olden days, how things used to be. A lot less complicated, weren't they? You know, before we had mobile phones and things like that. So, yeah, balance and emotionally stable and calm for the first week of April. Very nice indeed. Second week, interestingly enough, which I touched on with the other card, meditation. The Hermit here says, well, yeah, we might all be feeling like a hermit at the moment, but light is at the end of the tunnel. And for whatever situation you've been going through, this is all about, it's been a spiritual journey. It's been a journey for you. And this is about taking yourself into yourself and just maybe thinking of doing some meditation to look back at how far you've come, that introspection, that reflection, time for you, because we've all been running around crazy and now we've got some time. And this is quiet time, time to look at the bigger picture, look at what's really going on in your life. Quieter week, for sure. It could be that emotionally you're withdrawn. You could be emotionally withdrawn from your partner or from your family and friends. Yes, you might be talking to them, but emotionally you're not giving anything because you need to reflect. But the nice thing about this card is the light is at the end of the tunnel and you're almost there if you've been feeling a little bit like that. Right, unfinished business. Ooh, the next card. Now, I'm going to do these two together because I think they're important. You've got the 9 and 10 of Wands. So this is you sort of defending yourself in a situation. You might have found yourself having to justify what you've been doing. And this here, the 10 of Wands here, is, it can become quite burdensome, but it's about revisiting things and getting a resolution. And again, this is light at the end of the tunnel. So not only with the Hermit, but with these two cards, this indicates there is that light there. Things are going to get resolved, whatever those situations are. You are also carrying other people's issues here too. Sometimes you have to let go of that and just concentrate on self, like the Hermit. So certainly the message here is whatever issues have been going on, they're going to come to the end of the road and things are going to be resolved. Because the Hermit here also, some of you could be thinking of retiring or taking life a bit easier, making plans for that too. So, or changing things into working in a much calmer way. So it's a lot of stuff to sort of think about here in the middle of the month, the 2nd and 3rd week of April. But as we get to the 4th week of April, we have the World. And the World is all about expansion and growth and being happy where you are with life. So for these, where you have had to sit back and think about things, this card then now talks about, actually, I might be in a better position than I actually thought, first thought. And this is being rewarded and recognised for anything you've been doing. If you've been working in a way, people applauding you or just saying how well you've done, and allowing you to expand and take this time to think about where you want to be, where you in the future. Travel, it's difficult at the minute, but if it's not physical travel, it's about you moving through a cycle and the completion of a cycle and putting you in a situation where you can start again, but with more knowledge and wisdom. You've gone through all of that. You're bringing more to this new chapter of your life. I love this card. You know, you've got the Lion for the strength You've got the bird for freedom, the eagle for freedom. You've got a very masculine deer in the bottom, so that sort of energy to get through. So, and it's all seasons, this. It's like all seasons rolling into one, a new season starting. So it's completion, the world. The world is your oyster. Very creative for me too as well, that card. Maybe you've been thinking of creating something, creating a new situation in something, creating something that will benefit you. But more importantly, people being recognised. I would also say, if you've been having a difficult time in a relationship, that this would be that you will pull through, but the relationship will change, has to change. But you acknowledging that, and this is very much about working towards that and getting it in a place that you can take this relationship to another level, or you can get it into a place where you can really adapt and change things. So could even be an understanding that you need to step back and think, well, actually, am I in the right job? Am I appreciated? So the Hermit's quite a deep card on an emotional level, but it does say that by the end of the month, I'd say from the 2nd and 3rd to get to the end of the month, things being in the right place and you being happy where you are with whatever's going on. Remember that. Much, much happier. So, thank you for being here. Hope you've enjoyed your monthly insights. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe and share. And I will look forward to you all, seeing you all in May time. Please remember, more importantly, stay well, stay safe, and see you all soon. God bless. Could even be an understanding that you need to step back and think, well, actually, am I in the right job? Am I appreciated? So the Hermit's quite a deep card on an emotional level, but it does say that by the end of the month, I'd say from the 2nd and 3rd to get to the end of the month, things being in the right place and you being happy where you are with whatever's going on. Remember that. Much, much happier. So, thank you for being here. Hope you've enjoyed your monthly insights. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe and share. And I will look forward to you all, seeing you all in May time. Please remember, more importantly, stay well, stay safe, and see you all soon.